Hello! Welcome to Below the Rim,
Below the rim.
where two white
It's
guys talk about the NBA. I'm
while un-
Dakota,
and I'm
and
Peyton.
you are? There
I'm
you go.
Peyton.
There we go. We're gonna try to do a weekly episode here, just giving our thoughts on the NBA and see where it goes.
We're gonna hit. Yep. We're gonna hit power rankings, season awards, predictions.
Yep,
Crazy shit.
crazy stuff. I'd probably say, I guess we'll start with kind of a icebreaker. How'd you get into being a fan, I guess, of the NBA? Just get to know each other, get to know the hosts.
Yeah. I just love basketball. Always played basketball, so we watched it a little bit growing up. Really watched the Boston Celtics with like Rajon Rondo and
Ew,
Kevin Garnett
gross.
and that team. So yeah, the first super team. Watched them a lot on TV. So that was like my intro to NBA. And then also, I guess later when LeBron was in the league, it was kind of like right at that same time. So I
Yeah,
watched a lot of him on Cleveland and Miami, and then didn't watch a lot of NBA for a while, and then started watching again when 2013, 2014, when Steph started playing. That was so that's
big
kind of
stuff.
my NBA experience.
There you go.
What about you?
Um, we were not a big NBA household. It's all about football here. But
Hmm.
I played basketball. I was not really good at it. But I remember it was like this thrift store. I couldn't tell you what it was called or why we were there.
It's Goodwill.
But my mom was like, "Hey, you can pick out one thing." And I always picked out the craziest, stupidest things to wear to school. And I saw a LeBron James jersey. I didn't know who he was when I when I picked it out. And I
Wow.
picked it out and I wore it to school.
Damn.
And then I
And how did that lead you
kept
to?
playing basketball. I didn't really get into the NBA, but like that stuck with me. So years later, when I was in like middle school and some of my friends would talk about it, I started getting into it, and that's around the time when Kyrie was drafted. I got really into Kyrie Irving, so
Remember Kyrie getting drafted?
yeah,
But that's how one starts the journey to become a bronzexual is buying a
that
jersey in a
is, yeah,
thrift
that is.
store.
I
Wow.
missed I missed the gate on that one though,
Yeah.
because when I started watching was after LeBron left for the Heat, so I
Oh,
watched the Cavs, but
but not with Braun.
not with LeBron until 2015. Was it 2014 when it came out? I think it was 14, 15, right?
Yeah, it was in there. Yeah, it was in that pocket of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching. Yeah, because I remember when he was in Miami, and I remember watching the Western Finals,
Hmm.
playoffs, and when Ty Lawson was playing for the Nuggets, and that's why I was watching the series because it was like the Nuggets versus Golden State. But I was a UNC fan, and Ty Lawson was from UNC, and was on the Nuggets, so I was watching him play, and Steph torched him. I was like, dude, that's freaking awesome. So
That's funny.
yeah,
What, like 2012, 2013?
I think 13, 14,
13. When
something like
was
that.
Steph drafted?
Dude, I think it's like 2010 or 11.
10 or
I don't
11.
know.
Dang, dude.
That's a
He's always
guess. I
he's
can
always
fact
older
check
than
it.
I think.
Yeah, he is old.
Because it's like before the 14th season. I mean, he played decent, but like the Warriors were just like
Oh yeah, no,
not talked about at all.
he was drafted in 2009.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, yeah, because the NCAA, um, he went off in the tournament.
Yeah, and Davidson, yeah.
Yeah.
But like even when they were starting to do well and he was playing really well, I felt like the Warriors were just ignored.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because they didn't believe in the jump shooting stuff, and they didn't believe in this. He
Yeah.
was small, and he had already had a pretty bad whatever ankle surgery or whatever. So
Yeah, and I think around that time too, they were pushing hardcore that the Spurs were a dynasty and
well,
they
they
were
kind of were.
unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean they kind of were. But actually, that was Gold State's. Well, I mean, that era team. When they got to the conference finals, finally it was against the Spurs, and they lost the first time and get to the conference
Yeah, and then
finals.
they smacked him every other time.
Yeah, and then it was just but dude, that team was great though. With I mean, they still had Tim Duncan on the team, and
Yeah, and young Kawhi,
young Kawhi, yeah, and Ginobili, and the other guy,
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
God, man,
That was a good team.
what a team!
If it was that era, you know what I mean? If they were good for that era, they'd be terrible now. But cool, man. Love the NBA. God, don't you love it?
Don't you?
So, yeah, power rankings. What about them? You want to talk about them? You have good ones. You have bad ones. I think you have some okay ones. And
I think mine are top tier. I think the problem is people just aren't ready to hear what I have to say. All right, they're keeping their
yeah,
agendas, their NBA
the
2024 agendas in the mix. All
the
right,
the media has it wrong. Listen to Dakota.
you have it. You want you want to know what's going to happen in the NBA. You come to this podcast and you listen to me because I'm going to tell
Do
you
you
right
know
now.
what's really going on? Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's hear it.
We're going to start from the bottom and we're going to make our way up 30 to 1. The first 15 to 20-ish are going to go pretty quick because these are teams that are probably not going to challenge anyone for the championship. And so we're going to give our base thoughts on them going into week 1 and kind of touch on how we feel. We'll start with our 30th.
Yeah. So to
team,
clarify,
Wizards.
you're doing this as like week one.
Yes, as
What we
week 1, as
yeah
NBA rosters are today, including all the injuries.
yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So we have the Wizards at the bottom of the barrel at 30. The Wizards are a rebuilding team. I think it's really disheartening to see these young players on the Wizards because it feels like they've been stuck in a rebuild for 7 or 8 years now. After John Wall got hurt that first time, it felt like they have just been scraping at the bottom of the barrel.
John Wall, man.
And they trade for people like Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole.
But they got
We
rid
all
of.
saw what happened last year.
But they got rid of Jordan Poole.
No, they got rid of them both.
Who
They
did
did.
who
But
did
I'm
they-
saying
Yeah.
they tried to skip over a rebuild and get them. And now they're having to restart at the beginning
Yeah.
and rebuild the right way. They got Alex Sarr as their center. He played decent last year. I think everyone thought he was going to come in and be someone like a day one starter that impacted the roster, like we've seen the past couple of years with Victor and Pualo and all these different players. But I think he just needs a little more time, and that roster is going to need a lot more before it can start competing.
Okay. So they're last. Then we're going
Yeah.
going up.
They
Up
got
but
29.
up but not far to the Utah
But not
Jazz.
far.
The Utah Jazz haven't been good in a long time since they got rid of
Same
Gordon Hayward.
situation.
So
Nah, wrong player. Since they got rid of Donovan Mitchell,
yeah,
they made the playoffs that year. They got to the conference finals, didn't they? Or one game away.
maybe I don't know.
Donovan Mitchell's rookie year, remember?
No, but They were most teams that time frame. Most teams were it was Golden State, Cleveland. So if
Yeah.
you were a good team in that time frame, it didn't matter. So yeah, they're 29. That's what we got.
Yeah, they're another team where it's like they have good young pieces, and I think Laurie Markkinen underrated, really good player. But you look at what they have at depth wise, they don't have
Yeah.
much. They don't have much. They won 17 games last year. They got rid of a couple decent players like Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton. I think it's just another one of those years where you want to see growth from your young guys, but you also want a top draft pick. You want someone
Yeah.
else to be coming to that team.
Yeah, they don't have anybody
So
that's like a piece, like a build around. That's like all
I think
star
they got
build around.
I
Or
think they
do they?
got decent Ace Bailey. I mean, he's a rookie, so we'll see if he's that guy. I think they picked him third overall, fourth. I can just check the draft. I don't know what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Fifth overall. They picked him fifth. So we'll see how good he is. I think that maybe Markkinen resigns. Filipowski's a decent. I think he'll move to a role player if you get someone better. Kessler's and someone who kind of came into his own at rim protecting. I don't know if he's really going to be an option, a big option scoring the ball. But it's just one of those things. Like they're a young team. Like you're probably not gonna expect them to win a lot of games. You like I said, you just want to see improvement from game to game, and then 2 3 years down the line, you get to that point where these players are good enough. Then you make a splash trade and get one more player and try to make a run at it.
Yeah.
And so moving up to 28, we have the Brooklyn Nets.
Criminal.
Criminal. I think the Nets have a better roster than the other teams around this area, but they don't. This is the last year for them. They own their first round pick this year, this upcoming season, and then they don't for the next season after that, and I think even one more season past that too, because they traded it away. Um, so it's really a put up or shut up for some of these guys like Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr. Like you got to see what these guys have when you don't have an all star around you. And we kind of saw that from Cam Thomas last year, but I think he was in and out because of injury, and I don't think they could really get it together. So
He was too busy singing. Have you heard him sing?
there you go. I don't think I heard him sing, no.
Okay.
But that's just one where it's like, yeah, they have like Cam Thomas, Michael Porter Jr., Nick Claxton, if I can speak, Terrence Mann. They have some decent people, but like you're looking at the one, the four,
Yeah.
like what are their options outside of
Michael
the
Porter.
front heavy roster?
Yeah.
What are your options outside of ISO? Because
You're right.
I don't see a lot of teamwork happening on that team.
No, and this is another team that's just had a rough roster situation. But I don't know if their management's all that good. Not to get too into it, but like,
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like they're kind of screwed in the future because like you look at the Jazz and you look at the Wizards, they're in a decent spot because they have young players and they have a bunch of draft capital in the upcoming drafts. The Nets sold their soul for that super team with KD, James Harden, and Kyrie, and it fell apart. And so
yeah,
now, starting next year, you're going to start seeing them, seeing the consequences of that, where they're not going to have a couple first-round picks in a row, and you're going to be stuck with a awful Michael Porter Jr. contract that you have to see what you're going to do with him.
yeah, yeah. The contract's awful.
All right, and then what we got for 27?
27 is Sacramento Kings, which on paper they should be better. They do have some injuries, but Dennis Schroeder, Zach LaVine, Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, Drew Eubanks. I mean, that's actually a pretty solid. I mean, they're obviously that's not a like gonna win you championship lineup,
Can
but
I jump
like
in and say having DeMar at the 4 is criminal?
yeah,
He
yeah.
played
We'll see how it
the
goes though.
2
I mean,
spot in Toronto.
yeah, that was like 10 years ago though, or 6.
He didn't get any bigger in the past 10 years.
No, but the game changed. Like they're probably just
I
trying to do
get it,
a
but
small
like
ball thing.
still.
Well, Keegan Murray and Sabonis is out.
Hmm.
So Sabonis is out. So honestly, they'll probably have Sabonis in as
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
and
I
then
think
Malik
this is
Monk coming
just
off the bench again.
what people are projecting their day one because of injuries. I
Yeah,
don't think Dennis is going to start. I think Keegan Murray is going to be their one with Zach LaVine, and then you'd put DeMar at 3, Sabonis, and then Eubanks.
yeah. So, but it could work.
It's just it's not going to look good in the beginning because of those 2 injuries. Like when you're a middle of the pack team and you're coming in with 2 of your better players hurt,
Yeah,
it's going to be rough. You're going to have a
Yeah.
lot of ground to make up when those players come back.
probably. But Zach LaVine, Malik Monk, and DeMar DeRozan are 3 pretty solid people to have on the court. I mean,
Yeah, I think a lot of these teams though, like you have really good pieces, but like you look at it from an offensive and defensive standpoint, like I think those players can put up some buckets, but then you look at when they're going back on defense, like say this team runs into a Mavericks, like what are you gonna have? DeMar DeRozan on Anthony Davis? That's a bucket every time.
are you just talking about like regular season or talking about
It's like
playoffs?
starting out with this lineup. Like if you go into a team that has better bigs and just a better lineup starting out, it's going to be really hard for them to stop them from scoring. So you would need this lineup and this team to basically shoot lights out every night to keep up with teams early in the season. That's why. I
Yeah,
have them
maybe.
pretty low.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I get. I mean, I see what you're saying. But it depends a lot on the coaching. Depends a lot on what the plan is and
It
how
does.
much
It
they're
does. I
bought
mean,
into
and
it.
this is just all predictions. Like, I think the first power rankings means the least because you honestly don't know. Like, a lot of these teams have 4 or 5 new players on their team,
Okay.
and you have no idea how they're going to gel. So, some teams could be a lot better. Like, you could see someone like the Nets that I just said were 28. You could see them come out and start like 5, 6-1 and start climbing the ladder of power rankings and stuff. It's really just all speculation going into the season.
Yeah. That's the Kings. 27 Kings.
26, hopping up. I have the Pelicans. Pelicans had a pretty bad record last year.
But they
They
added Jordan
got,
Poole, so it's
I
all
think they
better.
got, I don't know. They lost a lot trading Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
It's hard going into the season when you have DeJounte Murray and Kevin Looney out. I don't know if Kevin Looney will just slot in as their starting center.
Kevin.
I don't know what their plan is for him. Kevon Looney, my bad, not Kevin. Your boy.
Can't disrespect
Um,
Kevon Looney, dude.
Yeah, my bad. They have a decent team. It's just always been like I pulled up their record of the past 5 years, and they've had 1 year where they had a winning record,
Yeah. They had a lot of changes going
and
on.
that's like since they had Zion Williamson.
And,
So it's like
yeah.
you really live and die. Is he gonna be healthy?
Yeah.
Last year was
He'll be good.
I don't. He was decently healthy. I think the year before that's the one where they won 49 games, and that's like the only year he's been pretty healthy most of the season.
Yeah, I think he'll be good this year. I think they'll be pretty okay, honestly. As long as Jordan Poole can get his crap together and start playing basketball
Well, he needs to realize.
in the
I think
system.
getting traded to the Wizards should have been a kick in the butt and should have made him get a lot more serious, but I think it did the opposite. So
Once he
It's kind
won
of
the
like put up or shut up. It's
well,
like
yeah, once he won the chip and got his bag, he was like, I got nothing to
he's checked
prove.
out. He's
Yeah,
checked out.
I think he actually made a comment something about like his legacy is already like he doesn't have to worry about it. He said something like that. So
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Watching that Wizards lineup last year, if Kuzma and Poole don't do something now that they're on different teams, I'm not gonna remember them from Kuzma got a chip, right? He got one with the Lakers in 2020. I think he
okay,
was on that team. And Jordan Poole got one with the Warriors, but I'm not gonna remember him as that. I'm gonna remember for that clown show they put on, like just the errant passes, and
yeah,
they were trying to alley oop and stuff, and it just looked so dumb. So like legacy, whatever. You can say you already won a chip, but there are a lot of fans who are gonna remember you from that, and I wouldn't want that to be the last thing they remember me from. So I think they need to come out and show people they're still NBA talent.
maybe they will. We'll see.
Maybe, hopefully.
Okay.
I like when people play great, man. I don't like when people.
Well, especially when Jordan Poole plays great because he was great. I mean, it was so much
He
fun to
was.
watch. He
It
was
was
so much fun.
insane. Like watching that team, I was like, dang, did they just get like another dynasty started?
Yeah, One Punch Man
And
ruined
it all
it, but
fell. It all
yeah,
fell apart.
one punch. That's all it took.
And they chose the wrong one. They chose the wrong one. They're stuck with Draymond Green.
All right. Charlotte Hornets 25. Still got LaMelo Ball, Colin Sexton, Miles Bridges, which Miles Bridges is getting old, dude. He's been on that team for forever. Brandon Miller, and I don't even know.
He's still like
Musa?
27.
Is he really?
I think so. He was young when they drafted him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's 27.
Okay, they're fine. I just feel like he's been on the team a long time. But,
Yeah, it feels that way because they've gone through so many different eras with him.
yeah.
Like it was like gonna be him and like Kevin Bacon, not Kevin Bacon. What's his
Kevin
name?
Bacon.
Dwayne Bacon or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
Dwayne
right.
Bacon and I can't remember. And then they signed Gordon Hayward and everything was supposed to be this thing, and then they kept sucking, so they got LaMelo,
But you have you.
and then they moved on. And they're in the Brandon Miller era now. Miller time, Miller Light.
Nice. But you figure they're going to come out and do pretty good, do better than better than the Pelicans
I think
week one.
starting out they might be a little slow. I think they're going to be better than these teams just because day one their roster looks better. Even if they don't gel as much,
Yeah.
they have a ton of depth. So you get late in the games, I think this team's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I want to see how their coaching looks with all these players. I think this is probably one of my favorite young cores. I love Brandon Miller. I think LaMelo shows flashes that he can be a top 10 player in the NBA,
Yes.
but then he also just disappears some night. Colin Sexton is a heart player. He's going to give 100% every single night. It doesn't matter if he's facing Steph Curry or he's facing Jordan Poole, you know? Like it doesn't matter. He doesn't shy away from anything. He's gonna give you everything. Miles Bridges he's a decent player. I think last year it was kind of like a slow start when he got back from the big suspension.
Yeah.
Did he actually get suspended, or is it just all because he was on trial or whatever? I don't remember, but when he came back, it was kind of a slow start. Brandon Miller's the guy where I think he's going to be a stud. I think they have weak depth at 5, but
Okay.
I think they were going to be a decent team. And jump up to 24. Who we got there?
Suns.
This is the one you don't like.
Yeah, man. That's just. I mean, it's low, man.
It's not disrespectful, man.
The Phoenix Suns aren't that bad. I mean, they were pretty bad, but Devin Booker, Grayson Allen,
Over
Dylan
the
Brooks, Ryan Durr,
Hop
Mark
over to
Williams.
the 2025 record. Tell me what their record was with Kevin Durant on their team.
They had a lot of injuries, so
I don't give a care.
how many wins? How many wins were they?
36 wins.
Okay, that mean
36 wins, and their roster was like a lot better, especially day one with Jalen Green out.
I mean it's a little under 500, but dude, in the West, if you are at 500, you're out of the playoffs. I mean, it's a tough world out there, and the the KD stuff, man, they're going to be better without KD. Just like Houston's probably not going to be as good with KD as they were last year. Maybe that's a hot take. Maybe, but
No, pin it, pin it. If this guy's right, man, he's got a freaking all-seeing eye open up in the middle of his forehead.
Devin Booker's, not like. I mean, he's all star, man. I mean, he is the man. Score 60, right?
I'm a lot lower on Devin Booker than a lot of people.
Yeah, well, and I get that because he's not super consistent. Well, he's not like carried a team per se, but neither does KD. Maybe that's a hot take too. But
Devin Booker acts like he's the next coming of
okay, but that's
Tracy
just
McGrady.
that's just you not liking his attitude. That has nothing to do with his performance.
No.
I mean,
it's the fact that anytime there's a big game, he disappears. That's why I don't like him.
well, I mean,
That's great when you're putting up 60 points on the worst team in the NBA, but then you get into the playoffs and you play the Mavericks, and you get blown out by 42 in a must-win game.
Okay.
I don't know.
That has nothing to do with how they're gonna be as a team though in the regular season here. I mean, I guess you're talking about Devin Booker specifically, but as a team they're gonna be fine.
I didn't jump in here. If you want me to jump in on why I put them so low, I will.
That's what we're talking about.
Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker's fine in the regular season, but he is their only saving grace right now. That's why I put them 24. Grayson Allen's okay. He's a good role piece if you have other players, but Dylan Brooks is not lighting up the scoreboard. Neither is Ryan Dunn. Mark Williams has only played a max of 25 games. You got, what's your best bench player? Royce O'Neal? Like,
oh no, basketball's hard because every night's different. There's so many variables, but I don't know. I think it's a little low. It's it could very well be perfectly accurate.
I think it's high. That's a one-horse team, man. They say one-horse race. Like,
if they stay healthy, they'll be better than they were last year.
No, they won't. They will not. Hey, remind me in how long's the NBA season? 7 months.
Yeah, well, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's fine, but
I'm gonna rub it in if you want, though. All right, we'll move on.
Yeah.
23. We have Chicago Bulls. This is a team where you just look straight at their roster and you say, I don't know.
Who is Isaac Okoro?
They have some variance. I think they played a lot better than their roster last year. And you go in, you don't lose anyone in the offseason. You lose Lonzo for a trade for Isaac Okoro. I think that helps them more than it hurt them, especially considering Lonzo was out a lot last year. So I think just going into the season, I think they should pick up where they left off and do quite decent starting out. I think, when you have a team that overperforms in what their roster looks like, they usually start to fall off towards the end of the year. I think in those early games when the teams that are projected high, like you always see teams like when LeBron was on the Cavs and now the Lakers, you have them, you have, I think, Golden State, the Celtics. I think the Celtics started out pretty well, but some of these teams, when they're projected first overall, they don't really care about the first couple weeks of the season. Like they know what their end goal is. They're not pushing their players every single night as hard as other teams because they're saving themselves for playoffs. They know what they have. And so I think a team like Chicago Bulls, they're gonna be a scrappy team that fights for every win early, but they might fall off closer to the end of the season.
Maybe. Maybe so.
What you got for 22?
Philadelphia 76ers.
I like your accent.
Thanks. Tyrese Maxey, Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Adern Bona, and Joel Embiid. Paul George injured, Jared McCain injured, so, you know, get Kyle Lowry coming off the bench. But Tyrese Maxey should step
Robert
up.
Williams.
If Joel Embiid would play, stay healthy and play and try, they'd be fine.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. And Paul George is going to stay injured. And
I think Jared McCain is a decent basketball player if he would just put the phone down. Stop making TikToks. Oh.
Yep. But I think they're right there, 22. I think that's fine. I think that's great.
Yeah, that's just one of those teams where I think they're going to be fighting middle of the pack every year.
Yeah, they're on the
Like
downtrend now. They had their time. I think they're going down for a little bit.
it's hard. I think they missed their championship window.
Yeah, definitely did.
They built a really good roster, and then they kind of fizzled out in playoffs that year when Joel Embiid won the chip. I won the MVP.
Yeah. Takes us
So
to
up to 21. That's the Trailblazers. I think this is another one of those teams where they can vary a lot. They got some young, some older players. They picked up Drew Holiday and Damian Lillard. They got Scoot Henderson, but he's going to be hurt at the beginning of the year. They got Klingon, who's a really solid center. I think overall they have a lot of good building pieces from the past couple drafts. But this is just a team where
yeah.
I don't see them being one of those top teams that can push for a championship.
Yeah,
They might be able to push for like the 9th or 10th seed and try to squeak into the playoffs, but
yeah, we don't know.
it's just going to be
Yeah, you don't know what their
pretty hard.
you don't know what their identity is. It's a lot of stuff, but they're good players, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Number 20, Miami Heat. Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam, Adebayo, Khalil Ware,
Kalel.
and then Tyler Hero's injured, so he won't be playing for the first little bit. But they were so bad after the trade, so bad. But maybe they'll figure it out in the offseason. Andrew Wiggins is obviously a good player, but Davion Mitchell's a good player. Bam's a good player. Like people you like.
I think Tyler was off and on again with injuries too after the trade, so that really hurt him. Losing Duncan Robinson hurts a lot.
Yeah.
But he was on a bad contract, so they had to get him out of there.
Yeah. It really depends on how the offseason went and if they can bring it together. I think they could be. They could vary too.
I think this team, like as much as Tyler Hero is going to be playing for his life because it's a contract year, so they're going to have to choose whether to re-sign him or not. So he's going to be playing as hard as he can after he gets back. I think the team's going to live and die by Davion Mitchell. Like he's so good defensively. If he can take a little bigger step offensively,
yeah,
he's going to be a really good player for them.
Well, that's why I think you look at a team like the Heat and you think the Suns could beat them.
Maybe, but look at the coaches and then tell me who's going to win. I
coaches
bet against Spoelstra, man.
Yeah,
that guy's a good coach.
The coach matters.
He finds a way to make weak rosters good.
That's true. That's true, but now we're at 19.
19, I think I might have this team lower than a lot of people. It's the Spurs. I think especially going into the year, you have Fox, Waters, and Sochin down.
Yeah.
You're really relying on Wemby to score 30 a night and block three and get 10 plus rebounds. And then you're looking for Stephon Castle to have an even better year than his rookie year. So it's a lot of what ifs. Like, is Victor going to come back from injury and be the same guy? Like, is he going to be just as good? And honestly, he'll have to be better than he was before getting injured last year. Is Stephon Castle going to have a sophomore slump, or is he going to be good? And then what are they going to do about depth? Like, who you playing when you have to take Victor off the floor? Like, who's going to come in and step up for you? And that's why I don't have that team as high as some people. I think you have players that are so good, like Victor, and you want to say this team's going to be pushing for a championship every year. But I think it's the same situation as the Pelicans are dealing with. It's like, what are you doing if something happens to Zion? And it's the same. What do you like? What did you do last year when Victor got hurt? You know,
Yeah.
the season just went out of hand. They got 34 total wins after starting out hot, and they were averaging giving up 116 a night.
Yeah.
It's hard if you can't have that one player. It's hard to continue to win. So
Yeah,
we'll
that's a
see.
yeah, that's a team too. Interesting to see what the betting odds are on their
Yeah,
games. Um, yeah, because a lot like they might have people might have them, you know, higher up in the ranking or assume that they'll win more than maybe they will. So I think that'd be an interesting one to see what Vegas says about,
yeah.
um, especially with Fox injury. They'll probably obviously take that into consideration. But okay, 18. Another one that might be surprising, but Pacers at 18
I don't think it's surprising just
coming
because of
off.
injuries.
Well, yeah, that would yes, but correct. But correct. Coming off the finals appearance, they're playing fantastic, and obviously, yeah, Siakam was insane, and even McConnell was hurt, but Obi Toppin was playing good off the bench. Neymar was playing good. I mean, a lot of those guys.
They were they
They had a year where they could get a contract somewhere else. Like people were like, oh
yeah.
shit, those guys can play. So, but like you said, Tyler's hurt and McConnell hurt. Like, what can you really expect?
Yeah, and for me too, it's like they were the Cinderella story of last year. You go back to the beginning of the season last year, a lot of people had them fringe playoff, like 10th seed, like they'd scrape in if they were getting in, right? And then you go into the playoffs, and it seemed like every single series they were the underdogs. You know,
Yeah,
especially going into the second series when you hit the Cavs, and then the third series when you hit they hit the Knicks last year. They didn't get Celtics was the year before, I
yeah, they
think,
kind
right?
of had a miracle run, kind of. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
And
joking about it
so,
because the Cavs, they beat the Cavs, and it was like no way, right? Like, but they
but it
did.
was insane. Like, you have these players. It's like Nimhard would go off one game, and then Matherin, and then Siakam, and then Tyrese would hit a game winner. It's like it felt like they were coming at you from all angles. You could stop one player, but you couldn't stop them all.
Yeah, and
And
the
so it's like, are they
transition.
gonna
So
have that? Are they gonna
yeah,
have that variance this year, where one player can just take over, and then the next night someone else, or some of these role players gonna kind of fade back in now that your all stars out, and it's gonna look a little different. I think, especially without Miles Turner, like you're kind of coming in looking at like, can you pull off the same run with a depleted roster and these different players? I think it's just really going to come down to coaching. So
They gotta stay in it until they get health
Hard to
back.
predict.
They have an
Hard
identity
to
though.
predict.
See, they have an identity,
Yeah.
which is why the injuries hurt. It's like when LeBron's that like when these guys get hurt, it's like you lose your identity a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, but they just keep it real until those guys come back, and they'll
Well,
probably be in
I
it.
mean, the problem is I don't think Tyrese is playing at all. I don't
You
think he
think
has a chance of coming
he's
back.
out for the whole year?
Well, he tore his Achilles the last game of the playoffs.
Yeah,
Literally game 7 of the finals. So
that's right.
and it usually takes a year and a half.
Yeah,
So he'll be lucky if he's back by the start of the 2026-27 season.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, well, they're screwed. Okay, um, never mind. Right
That's
off.
just really unfortunate though. Like, cause even like the Celtics have the same problem because Tatum tore his Achilles, but
Yeah,
he tore it in the middle of the season. So there's a chance he's back by the end of this year.
yeah,
But tearing it the very last game you could tear it.
yeah. That's a tough one. But the thing about the Celtics is they weren't
I will get to
all
them later.
okay. Cool. 17 Toronto Raptors.
I'm sorry.
That's
I just
good.
don't want. I want to kind of get through these early ones we're
Let's get through them.
getting through. The
R.J. Barrett,
Raptors, I
Ingram,
think
Scotty Barnes.
they got Ingram, so I think they're going to be a little better than next year. I mean, last year, not next year. But it's just one of those rosters where you have to wait and see. He didn't
Yeah,
play a minute last year. They teeter tottered. They were, top 4 at some points last season. Then they kind of dropped to 8th, and it's just one of those things where you kind of have to wait and see with this roster. You know,
yeah,
I don't think they're you don't look at that team and say, "Ooh, this team has the firepower to push for it." But they could do what the Pacers did last year. So I think putting them middle pack 17 is pretty good for now, and then we'll see how they start looking at the beginning of the season and kind of keep an eye on them.
yeah. I'm with you. And then you move up to 16, Memphis Grizzlies. Obviously, Ja Morant, absolute killer on the court. K. Caldwell Pope, Jalen Wells, Santi Aldama, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, that's a good. They're good, but they've had a lot of changes since they've were really making runs for it. So
I think
um,
Zach Edey injury hurts them a lot too.
yeah, but it's another one that's interesting. Going to be interesting to watch because obviously they're good.
They
But
got good
they
bench
need
players.
an identity again. They kind of had one
Yeah,
with all those young guys that they ended up trading or whatever, but before Ja got hurt and he's suspended and all that. But they need a
they started waving guns around the club.
yeah, yeah,
If he could just
as one
keep the
does.
gun at home, this team will be pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Just there's
Keep the gun in the
security.
safe.
They have
We'll
security
be fine.
at the
They got a
arena.
good bench. That's what I like about this team. You got Ty Jerome, that was a good signing. Scottie Pippen Jr., Gigi Jackson. Hey, this team's got some depth. Uh,
Hmm.
I think Ja Morant, you want to see him take another step. Because, I mean, it sucks. You watched him play before all this happened, before he got injured and then all the suspension happened. He was so good. And it really felt like he was going to. You build around this guy, and he's going to be the next face of the league.
Yeah,
And then everything happens. He comes back, and he still has those games every once in a while. But he doesn't have them every night like he used to. So if he takes a step back towards where he was, and then all these other players like Jaren Jackson, he's always top 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. So he comes in, he plays like he's supposed to. This team could find themselves coming out of the gate pretty good, pretty hot. It's just going to be a little tough with all those with newer players and then Zach Edey on injury.
right.
But they're going to be pretty decent. Jumping into 15, that's where we have the Celtics. So
Good
now we'll
boys.
get to talk about
Okay, we can talk about the Celtics now. That's good,
it. Yeah. My least favorite team.
dude. You
What?
gotta love the Celtics, man. I mean, it's like
You don't have to. I don't. I don't, dude.
it's a staple. That's a basketball. That's a legendary team, dude. You talking about you think NBA
We did
basketball?
it!
We did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
poor
Celtics
guy.
are a team where I think they're taking a year off. Yeah, I mean,
Nah,
I'm gladly hear your take on this,
dude.
but
They might. Oh, but first of all, we have them ranked here at 15 going into the season. So that's easily in playoff
yeah,
bounds. I mean, Peyton Pritchard is better than people think. He's gonna be. We'll see. We'll see how he. We will see how he pans out, like over multiple games.
yeah.
Like that's the only question. Is it for the whole season? You know what I mean? Can you do it? But
Well, I always have the
he's great.
question, like,
And
it's
Jalen
like
Brown is honestly better than Jason Tatum, anyways.
hot take. I think he plays better on a lot of nights.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. It's hard to say better than or whatever, but like I just mean, it was
Yeah,
obvious in the playoffs last year. Jalen Brown had a better playoff.
I think Jason Tatum should be better. He's a better skilled player. I think he gets in his head a lot more than Jalen Brown gets in his head, though. Like if
Yeah,
Jason Tatum's on, it feels like no one could stop Jason Tatum.
yeah,
But there's a lot of games where Jason Tatum's not on, and Jalen Brown's a lot more consistent.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think
Since they
I think
got
the
the
problem I have with someone like Peyton Pritchard is the same problem I'd have with Ty Jerome. You have him
stop.
scoring out the wazoo off the bench, and he looks really
Stop,
good.
stop, stop,
But,
stop,
like,
stop,
show
stop,
me him
stop, stop.
starting.
Nah,
Show me him
bro.
starting, and then
Stop.
I'll be more
This
confident.
is just.
I just
Okay.
there's
Well,
so
we'll see
many
it.
players in the league that
We will
play.
see it. We'll see it.
We'll see it. I know, but I'm
So
saying like,
stop
okay,
judging the guy. Just
I'm
watch
not
it.
judging the guy. Whoa, this is not a judgment.
It's
I'm
not a.
just
It's a
saying,
little judgy.
it wasn't a judging. I'm saying I I don't put my full trust in players when they play really well coming off the bench and then they have to jump into a starting role. I'm not saying he's going to take a step back. He's going to be worse. I'm just saying there is an advantage to being the sixth man. You're not playing against the best of the best most of the time, so you can score easier.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm just pumping the brakes on putting him up there. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. 6 minutes. Coming off the bench is a totally different mindset. I get that. Yes, 100%. But it's in the NBA though, it's a little more about rotations and matchups and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously they're going to miss having Jason Tatum, but and they did lose Al Horford and stuff. But
I
they
think
and what's his name? Yeah,
the depth at five is going to hurt them way more
yeah,
than Jason Tatum.
yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. But Peyton Pritchard's going to be just fine, and Jalen Brown might be able to step up. And maybe they trade Jason Tatum.
Dude, you lost Kristaps Porzingis and Al Horford though. Like
Yeah,
it's really hard to replace when you're losing your starting and you're moving on to someone new. It's really hard for any team to move on to a different starting five and kind of gel starting out. It's even harder when you lose not only the starter but the backup as well.
yeah,
Because now, not only are you going to have to change your whole rotation around how Xavier Tillman plays, when you take Xavier Tillman out, it's not like you're going to Al Horford again. And so it's like, okay, well, at least when we have our bench players in, we're going to have the same rotation and they're going to feel comfortable. Say, no, they're not comfortable either because we lost both. So
yeah.
I think
Maybe. I mean,
I
yeah.
think this is one of those years where it's like, I think they
We'll see,
know,
bro.
unless something a miracle happens and other teams just start underperforming. I think they know they're probably not gonna come out and challenge for the first seed and win the chip. So I think this one's like they're gonna see how good Simmons is, the guy they got for Drew Holiday. They're gonna see how good some of these younger players are and see what they got. Because, like you said, maybe they do trade Jason Tatum. Maybe they decide to move on and build around Jason Brown because how he gels with the team moving forward. So I think this season's just to answer a lot of questions. How good is Peyton Pritchard when he starts? Is he a starting caliber one? Is Derek White going to be the same Derek White you've seen the past couple of years? Is he someone you can really hang your hat on? Um, So I think they're going to answer a lot of questions. I don't think they're going to be one of those top teams though.
Fair.
And then you go up to Detroit. Detroit had a pretty good season. Uh, I credit that a lot to their coach. It's a little biased because JD Bickerstaff did turn the Cavs around. JB. Uh, and he did the same with them.
Yeah.
He's really good at taking young rosters and pushing them over the hump. And I think this team was stuck after they drafted Cade. They kept having mediocre seasons, and it didn't feel like they were unlocking Cade Cunningham. And then last year, it felt like it all clicked. He came out, played at an all-star level. You had people like Asura Thompson, Tobias Harris played pretty well. Jalen Duren came in, played really well. They picked up Karis LeVert, Ron Holland. They got Duncan Robinson as well coming off the bench. Like, this team's got some depth and they've got some young talent. So I think they can do really well and play a really fast pace. And I like their coaching. I think the one part that JB Bickerstaff lacks in is when he gets into the playoffs and really working rotations. But I think starting the season, this team's going to come out and play really well.
I think you're right. I think you're 100% spot on with them. Yeah, amen. Uh, Number 13 is so that Detroit's 14, Milwaukee Bucks 13. With this, the same sort of roster, really.
They
They,
lost
um,
some free agents, but
yeah. Um,
they're not
they're
hurt, which is a big thing for the East.
it's
If
just
you have your full starting lineup, that's pretty big in the East right now.
yeah, it's just gonna be what Giannis can do and wants to do, and he might
Yeah.
they might have drama and he might be out by the trade deadline or something. Who knows?
Well,
Uh,
everyone thought he was going to be gone before the season started.
yeah,
So I think that's been for the past year. I think that's probably been the biggest thing. It's like Giannis seems unhappy. I mean, I would be unhappy too if this team continues to underperform.
yeah,
I'm
and they got rid of
still
Lillard. They
baffled
brought
about
Lillard in for
what
him.
happened with coaching last year,
Yeah,
but
they brought in the coach for him, and then they got rid of the coach they brought in for him for another
for
coach, the
for
best
Doc Rivers,
for
who's been
Hall of Fame coach.
a terrible coach in the playoffs, which is what they needed is a playoff coach.
Yeah,
That was just crazy to me. It's like, yeah, you guys make it to the playoffs as a 4 seed every single year. What you need is a coach that gets you over that hump. And so you hire the one guy who's choked multiple times as a 1 seed in the playoffs.
watching all the people, all the like the NBA personalities and the media people and the old like the players that are like in media now, watching all of them react to Doc Rivers being signed to Milwaukee was the best.
Dude,
I
I
freaking
was
love
like,
that.
wait, what? They had the
Yeah.
number one record in the East at the time, I think, or the two. It was either number one or number two, and they moved on from them.
Yeah, no, they were crushing it, and then they just got rid of him because. But apparently, that guy was like really good friends with Giannis. Like, he like went to his
That's
wedding
what
and
That's
stuff.
what
Like,
was crazy to me
so
because like I think the reports that came out was saying that Giannis and some of the players were asking for it, and it's like,
yeah,
but
well,
you just said at the beginning of the year this guy was signed for Giannis. Giannis was the one who asked for him, so it
yeah,
doesn't make sense.
it does not make sense. Well, and the fact that Doc Rivers was a advisor for the
Hmm.
coach, so it's kind of interesting. But
I think overall they got better in the offseason.
they'll be
I think
fine.
they
But
lose Damian. I don't think Damian ever gelled with Giannis. I don't think they looked as good as people thought they were going to look when they were on the floor together.
no,
You pick up Miles Turner. That's a huge upgrade.
yeah, and it never does. I mean, that's kind of actually what I'm a little bit worried about with Golden State. We'll get there, I guess, but sometimes you're better just to have these dudes that like aren't all stars, are like good players, good role players,
Yeah.
maybe on the verge of it, but that's sometimes better. It's from I guess just watching than having like the super team with all the all stars come in. Sometimes that does. I
I
mean,
think
that
you
has
saw that.
failed a lot in the last like
Yeah,
10 years.
you saw it with the Pacers, and even the Thunder.
The
The Thunder,
Thunder,
you don't look at them and they didn't trade for a bunch of all stars. They drafted. It's homegrown,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And the Pacers did the same thing. They drafted a bunch of guys. They didn't. I mean, they traded for Tyrese, but
Brooklyn,
it's not like they went and signed four different all stars hoping to make a run.
yeah, yep.
So I think maybe teams are starting to do it that way now. I would think that teams would have started doing that after Golden State,
I think
because that's
Golden,
what they literally just drafted three players and then went on
yeah.
six game a 6 year run where they felt like the best team in the NBA. Even when they lost the finals, they felt like they were still the best.
Oh, they were, but that's a different conversation. Um,
Okay.
uh, um, there. That's to me, my opinion. That is a different conversation than power rankings, but I do think that having a young core with like just a super solid bench, like unknown
Yeah.
young players, known old school bench is like one of the best combinations you can have because it's like no
Yep.
one's really an all star, but they're all really good.
True. True. I think Milwaukee's got some good depth. It's another one of those teams where it's just like they could be exciting, but I just don't trust they're going to get off of the hump, get over the hump they've had the past
Yeah,
couple years. I don't think Doc Rivers is he still a coach? He's as far as I know.
as far as I know, but
I'll look that up real quick.
stuff happens
I
fast.
just
You look
don't
that up.
think I don't think they moved the needle too much. I think they got a
Yeah.
little better, but it's like
Well, they always said
we'll have
that
to wait and see if their additions kind of
what everyone
got them
said.
good enough.
Yeah, what everyone said when they hired Doc Rivers was like, if even if he doesn't do it this year, like next year is the year for him to prove it. Then they got rid of Lillard,
Yeah.
so whatever. But okay,
Yep. It is still Doc Rivers.
okay,
So
gotcha. Okay, so they're 13, 12th.
12 Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks. They're one of those teams where it's like
They got
you
Chris
look at
Stapps.
them during the middle of the season and you're like, how the frick is this Trey Young guy not an MVP? Like, I think at one point last year, it was
Yeah,
like halfway through the season, he was averaging 34 with 12 assists. And then
he
they continue to be scrappy and they continue to battle, but then you look at the end of the year, and after a good start and how good he was playing, they had a losing record. They went 40 and 42.
yeah. You
So it's
see,
like it
the
always feels like they're so good, and they just at some point in the season they fizzle out.
it's another
So
it's another team that needs a good bench, like
mhm.
with names like Al Horford, kind of like guys who are
I
old
think
but can still play.
they
You know,
got they got decent additions. I think Kristaps Porzingis is a really good addition. Um, Nikhil Alexander Walker, a really good addition. But at the same time, it's like I need to see this team be pushed and see what they look like later in the season for me to be high on them.
yeah.
It's just too many years of them disappointing ends to their season where it's just like at some point, like you got to be better. You even if you're the underdogs going into some series and when you get down to the later of the season, like you're not doing any favors to your team, your fans, or anything if you finish eighth or ninth every year
Yeah.
because you're not getting good draft picks and you're not getting any good enough to win the championship. So you have to move on. You have to be like, okay, this is the timetable. Trey Young, you have 2-3 more years to push us to that limit, or we're gonna have to move on because we can't keep throwing rosters and seeing which one sticks. You can't just say, okay, we have four new players that are supposed to be decent around you. Let's see if this is the year. So I think the Hawks are in a prove it year. I think they should be better than last year, but it's really just going to be one of those where you're going to have to see how much better. Because 40 and 42 is not going to cut it. You're not going to make it far in playoffs when you're not winning regular season games
Yeah.
more than you're losing them.
Yep. Oh, with you. Um, so that leads us to 11. We're almost to the top 10.
11.
Dallas Mavericks, number 11. Basically, same team, but we got Cooper Flag and then Kyrie Irving's hurt. Yeah, man, Cooper Flag looked good in the preseason, so they're probably going to be good, like real good. But D'Angelo Russell, don't love it, but Kyrie Irving gets back.
He did have his worst season of his career last year.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was bad.
I give me
He shot
retired.
like 30% from three.
Yeah, give me retired Swaggy P, bro. I would rather have him than D'Angelo Russell.
Swaggy P, dude. Oh no.
Um,
Maybe they start that beef again. That really lit a fire in D'Angelo Russell.
yeah, something is a lot of fire under him. I mean,
Yeah, maybe he should go sleep with someone else's girlfriend. See where that takes him.
it's an angle, man. It's an angle. I mean, obviously, whatever. We're talking about NBA players here, but like, just comparing him to the rest of the league, I don't know. I think they can carry back, and then they'll be real solid. Him coming off the bench will be okay, because he did that for the Lakers and was pretty solid.
I like this team. As much as I meme on D'Angelo Russell, I like this team, dude.
Yeah,
I'm still a big fan of old school. You got three big guys just pushing weight down in the bottom, and this team
yeah,
does it for you.
big
Cooper
team.
Flag, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively. Like, if this team doesn't average 20 more rebounds a game than the team they're playing, that's going to be a disappointment, I think.
Yeah, they're going to need to. Yeah, but see, Cooper Flag's going to need a year, really. That's the unfortunate thing. Is he's probably going to need a
He's
year to
pretty
get going.
ready, though. I'd say out of the past couple of years, I think the
Yeah.
only one who's probably as ready as him is Victor.
Well, yeah,
Like, look at
but
last year. I don't think any of the players last year were truly ready. I think he just his game transitions really well.
I mean, he does have a
You
good
can't teach
opportunity.
size,
That's true.
right?
He's got a good thing because he's surrounded by a lot of really good players and
Yeah.
guys who are going. He doesn't have to be the guy. So that's great for him. But
I just think
I
like
don't know.
you go back and watch the freaking clips of what he did to the USA basketball team. Like he's already been doing what he did in college to the players he's going to be playing against.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll
The
see how
only
it
thing
goes.
that would hold him back is if he kind of gets nervous, jump in from college to the NBA.
The rookie season's always interesting for people.
Yeah,
It,
it is.
but yeah, they're
I like
good.
I'm high on them. Next, we're gonna have the Lakers. Lakers are a hard team, man.
Yeah.
You look at their roster, and it's like, bro, think about everything people were saying when they made that trade for Luca. They were talking about this team like they were gonna be a dynasty for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And then every single night, I would look at their game, and they would lose, and the Mavericks would win. And I'm like,
Yeah.
starting to rethink this. Like, did the Mavericks get fleeced that bad?
Nah.
It's really just coming down to what Luka are we gonna see. I think Luka looked. He looked.
Luca looked good in preseason and he looked good in the
He looked
EuroLeague.
sad. He looked sad at the end of last year.
He
He
was.
looked like he was in pain.
Yeah.
Like he felt betrayed, and he should have.
Dude, he was going through like a divorce,
But it
basically.
slowed him down some. I think a lot of people just. I think they thought that it was going to light a fire under him, and he was going to come out, and he was going
Yeah.
to be so mad and play mad.
And he wasn't
It
mad.
didn't seem to do that. I think it did more over the summer. I think when
Yeah.
he finally was able to process everything.
We got to go back home, dude. You got to go back home
Yeah.
and play over there. You know.
So I think this team's they're gonna be a good team, but they might start slow with LeBron out and just kind of finding their rotations and what they're gonna play like. I think um, I think JJ did a pretty good job last year.
Yeah.
I hope he takes the next step. Um,
I thought he
I'm
should.
a big Luca fan, and I love JJ, so I would not be mad if this team was sitting in the finals at the end of the year.
Yeah, they might be. I mean, I thought JJ should have got Coach of the Year.
Coach of the year? Well, I don't think so. Cavs did win 68 games? 68 games? They won 64 games, not 68.
But they had a fantastic roster. They had a lot. They had a lot going for them going into the year.
Yeah, but it was his first time. It was the first time, like, as the coach, first year. So he had the same thing as JJ. I mean, I guess it was JJ's first head coach job, so it's a little different. But
Well, that's part of it, in my opinion, too. When you look at that too, but whatever.
it's just,
I
it's
get
hard
it.
for me to give coach of the year to any team coached by any team that
Yeah,
has LeBron on it.
sure. You're talking about old LeBron, though.
I'm not. It's not even like I'm not even saying like, oh, LeBron's doing most of the coaching or whatever. But it's
It's kind of what you're
like
saying.
look at the past, dude. No team LeBron has been on has ever been predicted not to go to the playoffs. So at that point,
Sure.
like I think they exceeded expectations by like 5 or 6 games, but no one was saying this team was going to be bad. So I think that's why he
But
didn't
you,
get
but
coach of
you,
the
but
year.
but you're
I
looking
do
at
think that he
you.
should have got a nod because
If you just watch the games, though, you just realized how different they looked. Like before the trade, they were clicking. They got into they were playing basketball totally differently.
yeah,
They got Anthony Davis more involved. Defense was looking better, and then the trade
I
happened and blew
think
everything up. And then they had to kind of readjust again. So he just had to
inconsistency
do a
kind of
lot.
hurt his.
He just had to do a lot of work to
Yeah,
get the team to where it was. That's
yeah. And like I said, I think the inconsistency. I think just people's expectations versus what happened after you get Luca kind of hurt his chances to win Coach of the Year.
yeah,
I think everyone was like, this team's already second in the West, and they just got Luca. I think this team's gonna make a push for first, and they're gonna
yeah,
be in the finals. And then that didn't happen. And everyone's like, well,
yeah.
maybe it was JJ Redick's fault. Maybe he doesn't know how to use Luca. And it's like,
He did good considering the
yeah,
fucking
I think
situation.
that just hurt his chances. But
Sure.
I'm also biased because I'm a Cavs fan.
Well, go
And
Cavs, man. That's not what I'm saying.
I know, but I'm saying that's why I'm saying
I
I'm
know.
biased to who won Coach of the Year.
I know.
Yeah, so screw you,
Well,
screw you, man. You know, I didn't want to
yeah.
bring this out, but I'm actually here being professional, and you came wearing a hoodie, so
Okay. Well, you said screw you. That's super professional. Way to top
uh,
notch, man. Top notch. Loosen it up.
okay,
It's getting hot.
guys, I'm quitting the podcast.
It was a good
All
run.
right,
It
so going into number 9,
was a good hour and 10 minutes.
my turn. Don't talk. Don't talk.
You've
Don't
been
talk.
interrupting this whole time. Don't even get all
Son,
shushy
Don't
right now.
don't
You just go ahead.
talk.
Tell us about number 9. Go ahead.
No, no. I
Number 9, power
Why?
rankings.
Number 9 is gonna be Jalen Suggs. No, I read it wrong. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. This team is one of those teams where I expect to make a leap. I
Yeah.
think the past couple of years they've been playing really good. I think Paolo, however you pronounce his first name.
Paolo. Venchero.
Banchero.
You.
He's been really good. He's been really solid. I think Franz Wagner also been good. You get someone like Desmond Bain to come in. I think this team plays good. So I expect them to take a leap and be in that top 4, top 5 teams in the East, and then you just kind of see how their young players can step up in the playoffs. They've had a rough go at it the past couple playoffs because it's always hard when you come in as the seventh or eighth seed. You're always playing teams that are better than you. So, you get one of those years where you're 3 or 4, then you get the home field advantage for a couple series, and it's not as much of an uphill battle. So
I'm with
I
you.
think they're going to make a leap, and we'll see how good they do come playoff time.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's one of the teams I'm interested in watching.
Yeah,
Like they're fun to watch.
they are fun to watch.
So, but you can get to the that's great. Number 9, Orlando Magic, awesome. We love them. We want to watch them play. That's cool. But then you start getting to 8, 7. So you start getting to real teams, like real teams that might could win. Which leads us to number 8, which is Golden State Warriors. I mean,
Yeah, that's a team.
this is where it
That
starts. I
is.
mean, this is where the competition starts
Mm.
and ends. Golden State
Yeah, they've
Warriors.
they've really been pretty stout competition the past couple of years.
um, Look, man. Last year they had a tough year. They started out amazing,
Uh-huh.
and
And the
then
year before that, when they lost in the play-ins, were they the elite competition of the league that year, or?
well, they had a lot. Well, they were pretty good. They were pretty good, but you know how it is. There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of things go into it. But
I'm just kidding.
if we're talking
Go
about
ahead.
this year, you got Jimmy Butler like on the team for the full year. You got no injuries because Steph got hurt last year at the end of the year. Jonathan Kaminga hopefully starts playing hopefully they start playing him and getting him in and he starts buying into this to what the heck he's supposed to be doing and they get on
Yeah,
the
they
same
should. They're
page.
paying him 25 million a year now.
Yeah,
So you better be bought in.
but he hasn't been is the problem. So hopefully the money helps. Hopefully they're on the same page now because he's good, man. But they were just not clicking. The only thing that concerns me about him is that Al Horford's just kind of old. Just to say it like it is, like he's just, like this is a team
He
that's
is.
built for like playoff runs, not an 82 game or whatever season. Like that's going to be the problem. Is like they gotta win regular season games to get to the postseason so they can start, you know, doing
Yeah.
their thing without getting hurt. So
I think I trust Al Horford more than I trusted Kevon Looney, though.
we'll see. Uh,
He stretches the floor at least. You can shoot the three.
well, yeah, that's fantastic. The fact that he can stretch, it's great. But also, that can also be a
He
double edged
played
sword.
really good.
That
He
can
played
also
really good in the playoffs, though.
the stretch thing can also be a double edged sword if you're, just relying on jacking up a three. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it he'll probably be every bit as good as Kevon Looney. Kevon Looney had a lot of injuries too, and that was a problem. But his rebounding was pretty insane. So it's hard to compare them to. I just the age of the roster is just a concern, in my opinion.
Yeah. The possibility of having the Curry brothers. They
They
waived
waived him.
Seth yesterday,
Yeah.
but they did it because they want to sign him to a friendlier deal. They said that in I guess before the opening day.
Is
So we'll see if they actually do get to sign him back.
okay. We'll
That's
see.
what the report said. But I mean, another team could just come in and sign him. So
Doubt it.
maybe we get the Curry brothers.
I bet we will. I have a hard time believing something happened to Seth Curry on the Golden State Warriors without it being all.
I think it would be so
Talked
fun
about.
to have them on the court together.
Yeah.
Finally get to see which one is the better shooter. You know,
I
one
mean,
shoots volume, one shoots percent.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this team lives and dies by the young bench, especially during the regular season. Like Steph's gonna be Steph. Buddy Hield's gonna give you some good minutes. Jimmy Butler's always solid. You have Draymond Green. But like Kaminga, Moody, Gary Payton, PP God. Oh, I can't say enough about PP God, man. He's my favorite player on that team.
Pajimski.
Yeah, he just comes in, and he imposes will on people with his red afro, and it just feels good. I think Quentin Post played really well last year, so I think this is a solid team.
It's a good team. They're still.
It's a good team. I think they're gonna win more than 48, which is what they won last year, and
They're kind of like
we will
that.
see how healthy they are in playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. They're kind of like that old Spurs team, just maybe a little less chemistry, but
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
it's
You know,
just you're
you
gonna
don't want to see them in the
have
playoffs, but
you're gonna have to find a way to win without Curry shooting as much. Because
yeah.
you want to save that for playoffs. And I think the past couple years he's had to do too much during the regular season, and he kind of limps into playoffs,
Well, that's why the Jimmy
especially the
Butler.
year before last.
That's why Jimmy Butler was so huge, because he was actually
Yeah,
scoring where Andrew Wiggins was not.
yeah. I think it helped a lot, but I think it was too late in the season though. Like Curry had to
Yeah,
do so much before the trade
it was.
that he
The,
it
for,
just didn't pan out.
right from the trade to the end of the year, they were on pace. I think to be like second.
Yeah. No, they
So
played really well. They played um
it's a good
lights
sign for
out,
him.
but then it's just like one of those things where it's like it doesn't matter how good you make a run if your players aren't physically ready to go
Yeah,
7 games, you know?
yeah.
So then we're going to go to I think, the worst of the LA teams, but I think they'll start better. I think the
Clippers
Clippers, it's so hard to say, man, because
number
I feel
7.
like they come out and they do better early than the Lakers every single year. And then it's just another one of those teams where you look at it and you're like, what happened?
On paper, they're a great team, but they have
Like,
personnel that is problematic. That I mean, that's basically all you
like
can say. You know.
Kawhi might be suspended for taking money under the table. So, no, they got Chris Paul though.
Yeah. They have, like
That's something.
I saw something where it's Chris Paul and
Brooke
somebody
Lopez.
else.
They got Brooke Lopez,
Yeah, but there was somebody else who.
who they picked up.
No, but he used to play for the Clippers.
Oh, that plays for him again.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Did he sign this offseason?
I don't remember.
They Bradley Beal, John Collins, Brooke Lopez, Chris Paul, Nicholas Batum.
I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, they got good players. They
Yeah,
didn't lose much. You lose Drew Eubanks. They lose Amir Coffey, Norman Powell. Like, you can do the same thing you did last year, but how much time is Kawhi going to miss, if any? Can James Harden stay healthy the whole year? And what Bradley Beal are we getting? Because Phoenix Sun Bradley Beal might have been the worst starter in the NBA last year. Like, go talk to a Suns fan and ask him how good Bradley Beal is. I think they would genuinely say he doesn't need to be in the NBA. He was so
yeah.
bad. So if he can play better like he played when he was on the Wizards, yeah, that team could do pretty good. But it's just it's gonna be a lot of what ifs. A lot of these teams going in, it's just gonna be a lot of what ifs. So
Oh yeah, it's the start of
then
the
we're gonna
year. We don't
go,
know. We don't know until games start getting
yeah,
played. This is just preliminary.
going into the Knicks. Great roster.
Number 6.
Um, great roster. Pretty decent depth. It's just another one of those things where it's like you gotta. This has got to be the year. You've had 2 years in a row where you make it to the late in the playoffs. I think they made it conference finals both years, past 2 years, and then you lose both series. So you got to do something to get you over that hump and get all the way. This roster was looked at as probably one of the best in the NBA coming into last season. You had your ups and downs, and Thibodeau's gone now. So now it's kind of how much of your success of the past 4 years was Thibodeau. He came in, he took over, he kind of turned that franchise around. So now you're kind of finding your place without him. I know a lot of Knicks fans were mad at how he was playing the playoffs, and I think a lot of analysts pointed out how they were just not playing their bench in playoffs. But you got to come out and show that that's the reason you weren't making it all the way. You know,
Yeah.
you have no more excuses. This team can't fizzle out in later in the series anymore. You can't have um, underperforming players in your starting lineup. So it's really one of those. It's their year. We'll see. They're like one of two or three teams in the East, in the top half of the East, that are healthy, fully healthy. So if you can't come out and challenge for that first seed early, then there's something going on because it's wide open right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go ahead and take number five.
I'm with you. Number five, we don't need to even talk about number five. They're probably not going to do much. It's just a
Okay, they're
courtesy
probably
pick.
number two, but we're just gonna put them at number five for now,
Number
just
five on the
because.
power ranking is Cleveland Cavaliers. Woo! Almost made it. Almost made it to conference finals or
They
to the
didn't even make it to the
finals.
finals. They
Yeah.
didn't make it. The
Almost
Pacers beat them up.
almost made it to the conference finals. What a great year, guys. They got picked up Lonzo.
Okay, first
So
round exit.
yeah, which team was the first round exit?
Didn't the Warriors lose first round?
No,
Who they play first
they
round?
beat Houston and got
Oh
got beat
yeah.
got beat
Oh,
the hell
Houston.
up, and then Curry got injured the next series. So
I got you. I got you. Okay,
anyway,
well, yeah, whatever. Fine.
they picked up Lonzo, and they have Donovan
Trade
Mitchell
them.
still. They have everybody. They just have Garland that's hurt and Struce that's hurt. So they get those guys back. They'll be real good. I mean, they'll be right in there.
I mean, you lose Jerome. I think that was the big one.
Yeah, but I mean, Hydra. I mean, okay, that's not that. I mean, that does suck, but that's not a make or break piece. Now with Lonzo coming off the
If
bench,
if, if
fine.
Lonzo stays healthy, yeah,
Yeah,
that's just a big what if.
good point. It's a good point, but they'll be fine, man. The way they play is good. The way they play is good. Darius Garland keeps getting better too, so you know.
Evan Mobley keeps getting better.
But we'll see. We'll see though.
D-boy. Shout out to Evan.
Struce is kind of one of those guys that can go either way. You know what I mean? He can just have a
Yeah,
bad year randomly or go back into obscurity. But if he keeps having good years,
he's like 2017, 18 Kevin Love.
right?
Like you have him coming out shooting so good. He scored what 34 points in the first quarter of that one game,
Yeah.
and then other games he kind of
Well, yeah. When he came out of nowhere because he was on the Heat when the Heat made the run from playing team to finals,
Yeah.
and that's when
He's
he was
just a
like,
good
"Who's this
shooter.
guy?"
He's
Yeah.
streaky.
Yeah. But I like the Cavs. I think they'll be good.
Yeah, they shored up their bench depth at the 4 and 5, which is good. You lose Jerome, Garland's out, so you're gonna have a little bit of a 1-2 guard issue at the beginning of the year, but I think Donovan Mitchell can cover those gaps easily. He was already playing a lot of one last year when because Darius Garland got hurt during season last year too, so he already had a lot of run where he was just playing the one and they were just rotating two or three guys uh, for rotations. This team's going to be good. It's really like their ceiling is how good can Evan Mobley be? You know
Yeah.
how good Donovan Mitchell is. He can score 70 something points a game. Like we know him. You know
Right.
DeAndre Hunter is a really solid role player. He can get you 20 to 30 if he needs to. This team's going to live or die by Mobley. Does he take that next step? He won Defensive Player of the Year. It does have an asterisk on it because Victor Wembanyama was having the best defensive season of all time before he got hurt. So we'll
Sure.
see. I think this team's going to be good. I hope, I hope they can cover the gap. This is a team where I'm like, if you're not blistering teams by the All Star break, like you got to shake something up because this team, it's not going to have a championship window forever. Next year is going to be harder because the Celtics are going to be back, the Pacers are going to be back. Like if you have any year where you should win, it's this one. So I fully expect this team to go all in. You know, if things aren't going as planned, maybe trading Jarrett Allen, moving on from him and kind of restructuring. But I think this is their year where they kind of have to put all the chips down.
Hey, man. Chips are down.
Four, we have the frauds from last year. They were, dude. I think that's one of those teams. I think you have one of those every couple years where they're just beating people in the regular season, but everyone's like, yeah, but I don't trust them going to the playoffs.
Definitely.
Like this team had a lot of wins. It's like the old Atlanta Hawks, actually.
It's like the
Um,
Memphis Grizzlies.
yeah, there you go. 52 wins. That's good enough for fourth overall in the entire NBA. 52 wins. But I don't know if anyone was shocked when they lost in the first round.
No.
They
And
had a lot of young players. It was pretty
it,
much all of their players' first series in the playoffs. So
correct, and that's a big part of it. And they played Golden State. So, but I just simply mean that
swing it around, man.
I
Swing it around.
just simply mean that it's an experienced playoff team who knows what they're doing. And the truth of the matter is, they would have lost that in like 5 games if the refereeing wasn't allowing it to be so rough. That I mean,
Yep.
like those games were literally the
They were
most
bad. I
physical.
remember that.
The whole playoff started really physical last year, but that series specifically was insane.
I
So
remember seeing like a play a game where I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude, this is gonna be Steph's last game in his career."
no, they were going at him, dude. It was nuts, and their
But
texts
that's
and
what
stuff like every game,
young
man.
teams are aggressive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that's a beautiful thing about it. But the refereeing ought to reel in a lot of that. I mean, just the fact that it's like always a foul. It's always been a foul, and then all of a sudden it's just not. And then like in the second round, they
Yeah.
cleaned it up. They started calling stuff a little bit differently. I was like, really? But yeah. But they got rid of Dylan Brooks. They got Mugger. Um, and they got Kevin Durant. So good for
Yeah,
them.
go ahead and expand on that, Mister. They're gonna do worse this year than they did last year with Kevin.
Yeah, they probably will. Well, I think we both agree that last year they had a kind of a miracle run. It was a weird year where they won a lot. And I just don't see
I
them
agree,
doing it.
but
They lost a lot of pieces to get Kevin Durant, and they're not good enough to make it all work. I mean, even when Kevin Durant went to Golden State, they didn't win as many games.
yeah,
So you know what I mean. You lose a lot of pieces. You lose a bit of the magic, and you have to kind of rebuild a little bit around them. They're not going to win as many games. They're not going to do as good in the regular season. But I mean, if they gel with him, then like postseason, they're looking like they might be better off. But
yeah. I think they can hit that mark. I think they can hit 52 again. I think they start out slower naturally. Fred VanVleet, Dorian Finley-Smith being out really hurts them.
yeah,
You're coming in. It's always hard when you have a superstar join your team. When you go from having zero to having one.
yeah,
Like last year, I think the big thing was they were just everyone was playing in their role. And
yeah,
everyone knew what they were supposed to do. Now you got people aren't going to touch the ball as much. Let's be honest. Kevin Durant's going to touch the ball a lot more than Jalen Smith was. So now it's like, okay, what can I do when I'm touching the ball 10 to 15 less times a game? Like,
yeah,
am I as productive? Do I get as much value out of my minutes?
right.
So I don't
That
think 52 is unrealistic for a team with Kevin Durant. I've always thought he's been better in the regular season than he is in playoffs.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Um, he's just yeah. I mean, he's just all time like just great player. So, you know, but he's getting older. Gonna keep saying
He
that.
is.
These
He
people
is
are getting
getting
older,
older.
and people are playing longer. But dude, these older guys are.
He
It's
he
got to
did
fade
not get an
out.
old person contract. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, of course, and he won't because people are delusional.
I might have to find his phone number, see if I can borrow some of that $90 million he just got.
I mean, like it's like obviously he's still one of the best players in the league. That's not the thing, but it's like, at what point do some of these other people actually worth more? You
Yeah.
know, but it's like it seems like people are getting paid based on their past, based on their legacy,
Yeah, that happens
and
a lot.
and that's what happened with Clay in Golden State, where they wouldn't pay him because it was like what you are right now is not worth what you feel like you're
Yeah.
worth because you never really got the big payout from when you were worth the big payout.
It's hard to come off an injury.
Yeah,
Like, you never want
terrible.
to come off an injury on a year where you have to sign a new contract. Because then it's like,
They can't.
I
Yeah,
can't justify signing you to a multi-year extension when I don't even know if you're going to be able to shoot a basketball the same way, you know?
correct. Yeah,
So
correct. But
that's the Rockets. I think they're going to be a good team,
yeah,
and they'll just be a little worse than the next three teams that we're going to name. Which we'll start out with the
number.
number three team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Back-to-back years, I think back-to-back where they got to the conference finals.
I think so.
Anthony Edwards is, I mean, come on, man. How can you not like watching this guy play?
It's
Like
well
he
until he
is.
chokes in the playoffs, he's fantastic.
But is he choking though? Because no one's expecting him to win.
Well, that's true. I mean, he's really young.
Let's be honest. The West, I don't think anyone choked in the West last year. As much as I say
Yeah.
the Rockets like crap the bed when they hit playoffs, everyone predicted the Rockets were going to win, and then they won. So the West kind of panned out. Even if some teams upset other teams, it was like
Okay. See.
the team that was supposed to win
Yeah.
won,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's what everyone thought, and it worked out for him.
So I like this team.
I do
I
too.
like what they got. I think I really just looking back, I think that trade Julius Randle for Cat didn't matter. It's kind of a side grade. I think if Cat and Gobert weren't playing well together, it's a fine trade. I don't
Yeah.
think Julius Randle moved the needle.
I don't think so either. I think that's a big piece they
I
could
think losing
upgrade.
losing Walker, Nikhil Alexander Walker, might hurt them a good amount. But this team's good. Anthony's gonna come out hot. He always comes out hot. You know, Jaden Daniels, like they have Kevin Durant. We have Jaden McDaniels. You know, who is to say which is better?
They have Jaden McDaniels, bro.
That's right. Dante DiVincenzo,
It's
I like
over.
him. He gives good. He gives good.
I love Dante.
Bones Highland. That's just a cool name. So even if he's not good at basketball, he has a really cool name.
He wins
so
with the
that's
names.
got a lot going for him.
Nas
This team's
Reed.
fun.
They just have better names. Nas.
Nas Reed's good. They have good players.
They got the AZ
They have good
Nas
players,
Reed.
and they're fun to watch. That's like a really good combo.
Yeah. I agree.
I think.
Good team.
I think they just do the same thing they did last
Let's go
year.
to
They
this.
come out strong. They play good basketball.
You want to go to a
Anthony
Timberwolves game?
Edwards starts getting MVP chance, and then, they fade out as you say in playoffs. But
Probably. You want to go to a Timberwolves game this year? They
I'm not mad about that.
probably play Charlotte, dude. We could probably look it up, make it happen.
I wouldn't be mad about it all day. Timberwolves game, man.
Be fun.
No, in our luck though, we'll buy tickets, and then Anthony Edwards will be out.
Yeah, What do they call it? It's the when the team keeps them from playing or whatever. It's like minutes. It's not minute restriction, but it's like they just randomly decide that like, oh, you can't play this game.
Coach's decision or something like that.
Yeah,
It's dumb.
yeah, whatever. That's 3. Number 2, the Denver Nuggets.
It's the Nuggies.
Nuggy Nugs. Yeah, man, they've been a good team for a long time. So it's basically the
Well, they
same thing,
have.
but they got Cam Johnson.
We'll talk about this in a couple minutes, but in my opinion, they have the best player in the NBA.
Jamal Murray.
Yes. No, actually, Christian Braun.
Oh, okay,
Nikola
yeah.
Jokic, man.
Yeesh.
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah. No, yeah. I don't think that's even a hot take. I think that's a fair point.
Oh,
He
pretty
very
fair.
well could be. Um, yeah. You just like to see him keep winning. I like to see him keep moving, and the new coach I think was good for him. Which still sucks, man. That sucks. But homies, now he's on ESPN, so that's good.
Yeah.
The old coach, I can't remember his name right now. Like Mike something.
Budenhauser or something. I don't know.
That sounds familiar. Mike Budenhauser is a name, but I don't know if
Is that who you're
that's
talking about?
I don't know if that's the guy, but that's a name. Um, but they get the same cast, but with Cam Johnson. Um, so that should add them a little bit
Mike
of
Malone.
Mike Malone.
That's his name.
Got
I
Mike
don't know why I
right.
thought Budenhauser.
I know.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a good
Yeah.
team. I think, honestly, the reason I have them so high is they looked the best in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, they genuinely, I felt like, had a really good chance of winning that series versus the Thunder. And I feel like they win that series, they win the chip. They get a little better this offseason.
I think they had injuries too, didn't
Um,
they? Didn't Jamal Murray get hurt? Am I wrong about that?
yeah, he's. I feel like he's always hurt though.
I can't remember. I don't want to misspeak too bad, but yeah, they're great, man. They're
Get
number two.
Valanciunas too. That's really good.
Yeah,
Bench depth for Jokic.
yeah. But that's perfect, man. So we've gone all the way from 30. Now we're to number one
Which
power
should be no
ranking.
surprise. It
Yeah,
should be
it's
number one on everyone's NBA power ranking because this is a team that just wiped the floor during the regular season. They went and they had two close series in the playoffs, but beat everyone they faced. And they lost 0 people, which is kind of unheard of. You don't hear a team going in after winning a championship and then signing every single one of their core players to a long-term extension. That is so crazy.
yeah.
I'll pull it up here.
The team being
They
OKC.
signed SGA 4-year extension, Chet Holmgren 5-year extension, Jalen Williams 5-year extension, the other Jalen Williams 3 years extension. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. I don't know how they have the money for all of that, but
Well, they weren't paying them
good on
anything.
them.
They were all young and they weren't paying them jack.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You usually
Yeah.
can't hit 5 contracts at the same time, but they did.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
They did. This team, they were really good. They were as advertised. And
Yeah,
they're
well,
young,
we were
so
talking about the other day, though. We were talking about the other day. It's going to be interesting to see how they play, if um, how the refereeing this year is going to go, and if it's going to change SGA's. Obviously, not going to like make SGA worse or anything, but it'd be
yeah.
interesting to see because it's part of his game, part of his style, and if they stop making some of those calls, how he adjusts. Does that affect any of the early part of the season? You know, stuff like that. Um, and does anybody come in with like a bad attitude or thinking they're a Jordan Poole
Like
syndrome?
they
You know,
they walking tall, slinging it around like they
yeah,
disrespecting other people, I guess.
yeah. Does anyone have a weird? It doesn't seem like any of them do from like obviously what we can see, but we obviously don't know them, so
Yeah.
that's a factor. It's out there, and but due to Chet, it like improves and locks in, and SGA improves and locks in. Like it gets more consistent. Then like, dude, that's gonna be a
Yeah.
tough team.
It's gonna be interesting. I think this team's the team to beat till proven otherwise. I will
That's
say,
right.
when you win a championship, it puts a target on your head.
Yeah.
Like even the worst teams, like bottom of the barrel, like ones that we rank 30, they go into that game
Yeah.
wanting to prove something.
Oh yeah.
Like that, these people just won the championship. We're gonna play our hearts out. We're gonna give them everything, and they play more physical. And so sometimes you get more injuries the next year because of that. I mean, look at the Celtics. They came off winning the championship last year, the year before this past championship. They come in, and everyone puts a target on their head. You know,
Yep.
at day one, they were having tough battles with every single team. And it eventually led to some injuries, and Jason Tatum gets injured, and that I think you see that a lot. You see teams that come in that after a championship, and it's just hard. It's hard to repeat
Yes.
in every sport. Like no one wants that. Everyone's rooting against you, so
Yep.
it takes a the second year winning that second one in a row is a lot harder than winning that first one.
Yeah.
So, but right now, until proven otherwise, they're the team to beat. So that is our power rankings, and I'm sure we'll probably have a very different look in 1 week from now. And we could have teams that are close to the bottom. We'll have them moved up 10 spots or something. But that's what we have for opening week.
There it is. Power
There it is.
rankings. Let's go. Um,
Powerful.
dude, feeling powerful, man. Feeling like some powerful rankings up in here. That's great, dude. Beautiful. You want to keep it rolling?
Let's keep it rolling.
Let's keep sweet. It's so see.
Unless you don't want to.
um, the
Check
season.
my notes here.
Yeah, NBA season awards. Um, I don't even know all of them. I mean, I think I do, but I can't perfectly recall. It's gone. It's not there.
Just the three big ones.
Let me check my.
MVP,
Oh, sorry.
MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year.
MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year is obviously going to be Cooper Flag. Don't even try to compete. If he stays healthy, he's got it.
I
Um,
think people like. I think you have a couple people challenged. The problem is, okay, when you have a player like Cooper Flag that's coming into a team that's obviously better,
right.
he's not gonna play like. You're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, Cooper Flag is willing this team to win. But you come into a team like Utah, and Ace Bailey is
Yeah.
solo carrying them, like getting them like even 10 more wins than they got last year. You're gonna have him a lot higher than you have Cooper Flag.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right about that. But I think it's obvious that he's the best coming out of the draft. Just my opinion. Without seeing a game. We haven't seen him even
Yeah.
play. I mean,
Yeah, you haven't seen him. I think Dylan Harper is okay. I don't think he moves the needle too much for the Spurs. Philadelphia, I don't think
Who?
Charlotte, I don't think Knuppel, however you say it. I like Ace Bailey. I like Ace Bailey
okay.
and Jeremiah Fears. Like, he's got the coolest jersey in the league.
Can we bet on
Can't
this?
sleep on that guy. Huh?
He's got the coolest jersey. I was like, can we?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Have you seen it?
No.
He's number 0. And the name's under the 0, so it says Zero Fears. That's a good jersey.
Sick, dude. That's sick. Oh man.
That's a cool jersey.
We should get one. Put on the wall.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of dope.
I might get one and hang it back here
You
for the
should.
podcast.
Dude, that'd be dope. Especially if he's good. But who votes? Can we bet? Can we bet on that? Is like that on whatever you use?
Yeah,
What-
this is future bets.
future. Yeah.
Would you rather do? We can do next week. We can do like a betting segment and bet on all these.
I'll place a bet.
See who wins money.
Yeah.
We can do a
Not
gambling
me.
session, dude.
Dude, let's gamble. Dude, let's gamble all our
On
savings
yes. Well, I
on
already do.
sports.
So can I say that out loud?
I already have, dude. I already have. Catch up, bro. Um, yeah, yes.
So yeah,
I'm down. I'm down to.
I
I'm down
think
to
either
plan.
is a good pick. Rookie of the year is always hard because
Who votes on it? Media.
I think it's some media, some like
Yeah,
people
I
in
can't
like
remember either.
personnel and stuff.
I can't remember either. But yeah, those are good two options for rookie of the year. I like it. Um, defensive player of the year.
Sports writers and broadcasters. I think
It's Cooper
defensive
Flag.
is probably the most open shut case. I think as long as Victor stays healthy.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
I mean, the only questions you have is did he lose a step because of injury? But I don't know. I saw him running around with those monks. He looks stronger than ever.
Monks.
Do you not see that? He went to some temple. He shaved his head, and he was running around with monks, dude. He's doing yoga or whatever they call it over there.
He's doing okay meditation.
Yeah, it was insane, man. You gotta look it up.
I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I didn't see that. Um, that's great. Okay, I like it. I think it's usually a big guy. It's usually a 4 or 5
It's
guy. I mean,
it's harder to be a smaller guy because it just is, in my opinion.
well, it's just blocks and all that stuff. You know, you anchor a defense. It's all that. And
Well, I
switching
think a big
now.
thing is rebounds go into that. Rebounds go into defensive player of the year. So when you're a small guy, like there's a guy from the Hawks that everyone, like all the Hawks fans were like, why? I think it was Dyson Daniels. If I'm right. Everyone was like, why is he not in top two for votes? Like he has like so much steals. And it's like, yeah, but you have Jared Jackson and Mobley averaging a double double every night and averaging 3 blocks.
Yeah.
Like rebounds are a defensive stat. That's why you have offensive and defensive rebounds. Like,
Right.
and it's always going to be easier to kind of
Okay.
win
Well,
that award when you have that stat on your side.
I like Wimbayana as the pick for that. I think that's good. You know, it's toss up. We'll see how. Well, you know, that's a fun one to track as the year goes on. You're like, oh shoot, this guy's playing like crazy good defense. You know,
Yeah,
but just
I
looking
mean, you
at
could
names like whatever.
freaking Giannis could come back and win it.
Oh yeah, any of them could. I mean,
Uh,
dude, Bam could just like out of nowhere be good, or freaking you know Siakam,
yeah,
Al
it's hard to
Horford,
predict.
Al
But
Horford with Draymond Green playing with like a defensive people. Maybe he comes out of nowhere, bro.
no
You,
way.
you don't know.
There's zero chance, dude.
Does
Uh,
zero chance? I'm just
I'll
saying.
take that bet every day.
I mean, I'm with you, but you know, you just never know.
I think MVP is probably the most up in the air. Like, even as much as Defensive Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year are up in the air, it's nothing compared to MVP because players don't repeat seasons. Like,
Yeah,
it happens very, very
some people do
few
it.
times.
Some people do it.
Yeah.
Some of the
But
best
even
players
even
in the
if you
world.
do, I'm saying it's hard to win back-to-back MVPs.
Some people
Like,
are
even if you
unanimous MVPs. One person is,
yeah,
but
one person. Yeah,
oh,
true.
anyway,
Some people also
it is hard to pick.
lose after having the best regular season record in the NBA ever.
Yeah, I mean wins and losses. It's you know, it's a
Team
different
stat,
stat.
right? Team stat.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
you
Who
nailed
wants a
it.
banner hung up anyway, right?
Well, we all love banners, but I mean it's about the journey. You know, you do win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
one of ones. It's hard to get
what
a
I'm
101.
saying is it's hard because when you have a really good season, but other players also have a really good season,
Mm-hmm.
and then that same thing happens the next year, they're more likely to give it to the other players who did win the MVP the previous year because it's kind of like a, well, we have to give it to them because we gave it to you last year. It's like
Right.
when a ref makes a bad call and they go on the other end of the floor and make another bad call for the other team to even it out. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we really made a bad call here, but we're gonna do it for you too, so we're even now.
Right.
And so SGA won MVP last year, but Jokic had a really good season, so now they're gonna be like, well, Jokic is the MVP this year.
Well, all the racists are going to come back out and decide to vote this year for Nikola Jokic. That's what's going to happen, obviously.
Could be, could be.
They didn't vote last year when
They didn't vote. True.
SGA got it. Um,
I'm gonna throw a dark horse candidate out, and it's gonna come out of left field. You're probably not gonna predict this one. I think Donovan Mitchell could be the MVP.
he could be. I mean, yeah, he's playing good last year. He could be. He could be,
I
man.
think
But
I
it's
think
like
he,
you
he
gotta have
he played really well for a good stretch of the year, and with Darius Garland being out for an extended time, he could come out and start blistering hot. It's just really like
the thing
it's
with
hard because MVP is recency bias too.
yes, you have to end the year like you have to have the stats and you have to be
Hmm.
in the year like hot. So yeah, I mean you come out the gate in your first 20 games, be like, oh, that guy's the front runner for the MVP, and then your whole middle part of the season, if you're not keeping your stats up,
Yeah,
you don't have a shot. If you do keep your stats up, and at the end of the
and then you make
year,
a surge at the end.
yeah, and you just like carry games through to the end, then you're like that. You're probably it. But if you start out strong and you keep your stats up, and then at the end of the year somebody comes from behind and it's just like
Oh,
hitting
frick. You know, actually,
clutch game after clutch game, you know.
if I had to bet, I know who I'd bet on for the season. Because this person doesn't have one, and I think everyone wants them to get one.
That's a good start. Who?
Who do you think?
Um, I think uh, Zion Williamson.
No. Frick that. Luka Doncic.
Oh, dude, that would be cool. Yeah,
See? That's your initial reaction. Everyone wants him to get one.
he won't though with if LeBron comes back in and stuff like that's just gonna. I don't think he will. They get rid of LeBron maybe.
I think he could, though.
Yeah.
I think he very well could win the MVP because he's going to have the stats. He has the stats every year. And if the Lakers are one of those top three teams, I think they're going to credit a lot of it to Luka this year instead of LeBron. I think
Yeah.
this is the year where it's kind of like, I just feel like it's going to kind of turn over and they're going to be like, this is Luka's Lakers. This isn't LeBron's Lakers. But we'll see. I mean, again, we never know.
Yeah. It's really early,
I mean, who do you
but
think? You think Zion or
no.
you just get you're just guessing?
I was
What I
just
was saying.
guessing what you were saying.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just hate even guessing. Just like it's just obviously so shot is throwing whatever at the wall. I mean, um, it's so impossible. So, but I
Well,
mean,
just take a guess anyway.
if I had to guess, I think you're looking at SGA repeat, or you're looking at uh, a Jokic.
Yeah.
Um, dude, maybe Devin Booker.
Not a chance.
Peyton Pritchard?
You're okay.
I do
Yeah,
actually
you have
think
some good points. I think Ty Jerome could really follow up on this season and really take the MVP and Six Man of the Year award this year.
Ty Jerome. Yeah. I understand. You love Ty Jerome, but
Be real. I don't. Frick him, man. He don't want to resign.
he
He
didn't.
lost money.
You done with him. Cade Cunningham, dude. No, not Cade Cunningham. Sorry, Paolo.
Right. What's wrong with Cade?
I mean, he could too, but Banchero, Paolo, Banchero. I like him too.
What are the odds they feel bad that Victor didn't win Defensive Player of the Year last year, and so they give him DPOY and MVP?
Probably high, dude, because that Monk videos had gone viral.
Oh, he went heck viral. Who's the last person that won both? Giannis?
Has there ever been someone who's won both in the same year?
I don't know.
Didn't Gary Payton the second win it one year?
It was Giannis. 2019-2020 season. I guess I just have elite ball knowledge.
I guess.
Guess who the first person to win both at
I
the
just
same
know
year
ball,
was?
bro. I just know ball. What?
Guess who the first person to win both in the same year was?
The first person, Bill Russell.
No.
Giannis.
That's sad. It's Michael Jordan. I guess I'm just a ball knower.
I should have known that. I should have known that, actually.
It's only been done 3 times. Michael Jordan in 98, 97. Well, not 98, 88, 87, my bad. Hakeem in 93, 94, and then Giannis 1920.
Hakeem, okay.
Hakeem the Dream.
Cool. Dude, that's sweet.
Yeah, I thought I did remember Giannis doing that. So I think it could be one of those years for Victor. It just depends on how good the Spurs are, though. I don't think if they have a losing record, he's winning MVP. He could still win Defensive Player of the Year, but I don't think you win MVP with a losing record.
Okay. Okay. I like it. So, I'll officially pick for MVP. I'm just gonna hot take it. I'm gonna say Paolo.
I like it.
Hot take. We'll see what happens.
I like it.
I'm gonna keep track of what my things are.
I think mine are just freaking. Mine are so freaking boring.
Yeah, well, some people are
There's no hot take
boring.
in there.
That's fine. Some people just are.
Shut the heck up, dude. Fine. I will go even hotter than you. My hot take is going to be the hottest take on the hot take spectrum. All right.
It's pretty hot.
I think Trae Young will win MVP.
Dude, hell yeah. I love that. Dude, Trae Young. Trae Young needs to get the All-Star vote first, but yeah. That would be sweet.
There's my hot take.
Okay, write it down. How much you put on it?
Oh wait, are we betting on it? Wait, I don't know if I'm.
No, that's fine. We don't have to.
Okay. No, you know what?
You don't have
We'll
any,
do it.
if you don't have any conviction, then that's fine. We don't have to bet on them.
No, I just thought about it 10 seconds ago, and now I'm totally convicted, like a felon.
Good. That's good.
It's the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it is a saying. Okay, defensive player of the year. We're just going to go Victor.
Yeah, I think that one's kind of almost a lock at this point.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
We better put Rookie of the Year Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag. Cooper. Cooper Flag.
I have some withheld information too. Now that you've locked in your Rookie of the Year,
Yeah.
Giannis Antetokounmpo said Ace Bailey is the next great player.
Oh, good
They
for
did
Giannis.
one-on-ones over the summer,
Okay.
and he said that's the best player he's seen in a while.
Well, did good for Giannis, man.
Bro, take that L.
It's no L's here, man. There's no L's
I'm just
here.
kidding. No,
Um,
I think that was good. That's good.
that's awesome, but
Uh,
I mean, the thing about it's the media that votes, dude. It's the media that votes. Cooper Flag got.
Man, media freaking who likes Cooper Flag, dude? Oh, another straight white male winning the MVP, winning Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, there's been so many of them. Um, yeah, it's the Duke
It's
thing
got
though,
hang
man.
now.
Half the media went to Duke. They're all going to vote for him. But anyway,
Duke. Go to a real team next time. Am I right, guys?
am I right? Am
You
I
want to do?
right?
You want to start one on college basketball?
Yeah, we can just do it here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like,
Yeah, sure.
you heard it here, guys. CBB coming to you. This
CBB winner.
I don't know when college basketball starts.
It's the winter sport, and it starts in a month.
I'm trying to find who you're giving that sass to. I didn't ask for it.
Holy shit. Okay. Um, look, dude, I'm just telling you what it is. I don't know.
You're tired. I understand.
I am tired. I'm tired, and we've been
What else
doing
we got
this.
on the docket?
Okay. All right, man. Top 4 predictions. I say go crazy, make them insane. But top 4
I'll go first if
predictions
you want because
in
you're afraid to say it.
for the season, for the playoffs, anything to do with the NBA this year. Throw it out there.
Top 4. It's gonna be the Cleveland Cavaliers at 1.
That's
No,
so
okay.
funny, bro. Because my first.
Be for real. Be for real. I'm gonna put the Nuggies at 1, the Cavs at 2. I'm gonna put the Mavericks at 3, and give me the all elegant, all powerful.
We
Really wasting time here. The Magic at 4.
Wow. Okay. We really should have done East and West.
I did. Top 2 from each.
Oh, okay. That's what we're doing. I guess.
Well, that's what I did in my head. Because I would assume like top 4 is going to be the 4 in the conference finals,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
If you look at the end of the season, unless we're
Well,
doing regular
that's-
season record.
What? That makes sense now when you say it. Like, when you top
okay.
4.
Why aren't you in my head? Why aren't you in my head, buddy?
Okay, but I'm with you. I'm with you. So, yeah, dude. So Western Conference Finals, we're gonna have.
Mavs, Nuggies.
You said
Yep. Cavs,
it's gonna be Nugs.
Magic, Mavs, Nugs.
It's gonna be Nugs. And
I'll write this down. We can brag about it later.
I want to say Golden State so bad.
Do it. I said the Cavs.
Yeah, but the Cavs.
Say it.
Cavs have a better shot.
Are a better team.
No. They have a better shot getting into the conference finals because the East is weak as hell. And
Bro, the West has got teams like Golden State in it. Weak
The
AF.
East isn't weak. The East is not really weak, but the West is like ridiculous. Um, Golden State's just old, man. I can't get over that. Let's see. We got the Nuggets, and we got Golden State, and then over on the other side we got. Um, Actually, dude. I wasn't laughing about anything. We got.
Oh,
Uh, where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? We're going. New York's going back. New York Knicks. And
no, Mom. I'm filming right now. I'm good, thank you. I cleaned my underwear yesterday, so I'm good, thank you. Oh, I did mute.
your mom just walk in.
That's so embarrassing, man. Cut that part out.
We'll
Just
edit.
remember that for editing. Yeah.
We'll take it out. Okay, dude. All right, man. I got Nuggets, Golden State, New York, and
Oh,
Cavs.
you actually did it.
Yeah, those four, baby.
I like it.
Top four. It's a hot take, you know,
Hot. It's hot in here.
but we don't know what's going to happen. So, everybody in the West could get injured.
True.
Could be free ride.
True. I can't help but notice that neither of us put the reigning champions in our top four.
No, we did not. But when was the last time the reigning champions got back? When was the last second Pete?
Is this another Golden State brag, or do you have actual information?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's Golden State. It's the last time the
Okay.
team went back, double
Yeah,
back.
of course.
I mean, Boston went back to back and lost, I think. Maybe. Can't remember.
To finals? They didn't go back to back finals.
No, you're right. They didn't go back to back finals.
They went back to back conference championships.
Hey, man, we'll see. That's my top four. You know, whatever. It is what it is. It's not the strongest.
Yeah,
It's not
no.
the weakest. So, whatever. OKC's good, but, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Not a lot of faith, which is sad, but probably wrong. They're probably going to be fantastic. They're probably going to run the next 10 years just wrecking people. But, hey, we'll know. We'll know.
We'll know.
We'll
In
know.
a week, we'll know. And we gotta know, because next week we're doing. We'll think of the name later. I don't want to lock us in. We'll do the gambling section. I was gonna make up a random name on the spot, but
We'll name it. They'll have a name, and we'll
Oh,
talk
man.
about bets and gambling and how
Yeah.
broke we are because of it.
and then whoever loses the most bets has to run around with their shirt off.
Okay, we'll keep a tally, and we'll decide what the loser has to do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Maybe they'll have to eat a sock live,
Okay. I'm not going to eat a sock.
but then don't lose.
All right. All right, Cap. Okay, well, that's great, man. Well, that being said, I mean, dude, we did it. We
trucked through it.
did it, man. Below the rim. We were below the rim the whole
Below the
time.
rim.
The whole
If you
conversation.
made it through all this, put a 1 in chat, and we won't do anything, but we'll know you made it through, and that'll make us happy.
Name any bet, and Dakota has to place it. Any amount of
Unless
money.
I don't want to, and then I won't. But there's a possibility I could, and if it wins me money, you're not getting any of it.
None of it. Yep.
but I'll be happy.
That's good, man. That's good. Okay. So we didn't script an outro, but
I got you.
I'm Peyton. That's Dakota.
And this has been Below the Rim.
Yeah, that's what it was. No, he was right. That's guys, stop. He was right. That's what it was. It was below the rim.
I was, I was gonna say the P word.